Alright, so this is called using the quadratic formula, and when we're using the quadratic formula, we are going to make sure that the equation is equal to 0 first. So our equation is going to be ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And we're looking for a, which is the coefficient of x squared, b, which is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. So when we employ this formula, when we are replacing a, b, and c into this formula, we're going to use parentheses. So we'll have an example problem. So if I have x squared plus 3x equals 7, I have a quadratic equation. It's a quadratic because that exponent is 2. It's not equal to 0, so I'm going to have to make it equal to 0. I'm going to subtract 7 from each side of the equation and get x squared plus 3x minus 7 equals 0. At this point, I'm going to identify the coefficients, a, b, and c. And the coefficient, when we don't see a number in front of x squared, we understand there's going to be a 1 there. So I have a equals 1, b equals 3, and c is equal to negative 7. So there's an understood 1 there, there's a 1, and that's a positive 3, so that's 3, and then that's negative 7 for the constant term, so that's c. And then I put it in the formula. The way that I do this, I write x equals negative blank plus or minus the square root of blank squared minus 4 times blank all over 2 times blank. And I write it this way because I'm going to substitute in. So the first one is going to be a b. b is 3, so 3 is going to go here. And the next one is a b, and so that's going to be a 3 as well. And then I have an a and a c, so that's going to be a 1 and a negative 7, 1, negative 7. And then this last one is a, which is 1. And then I do the math, so I get x equals negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared, which is 9. And then I have negative 4 times 1 times negative 7. Well, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 7 is positive 28. So this is plus 28 over 2. And now I'm going to simplify this. X equals negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 37 over 2. Now I always want to see if I can break this down. If this radical breaks down and I can simplify it, I try to do that. But in this case, 37 does not simplify, so this is the answer. There's actually 2 answers, and this plus or minus is the piece that tells us there's 2. So I have x equals negative 3 plus the square root of 37 over 2, and I have x equals negative 3 minus the square root of 37 over 2. And that's how you solve a quadratic using the quadratic formula.